Phenomenal Women lifestyle brand. I started Phenomenal Women a couple of months ago with the intention to help women live fulfilling lives. My goal and the goal of Phenomenal Women is to help women reach their fullest potential, whether it be through spiritual growth, professional growth, mental or physical intentions. I find that in the Latina or women of color community, we lack these resources and we often are made feel guilty for wanting to reach these potentials. There are certain parameters that are put in place for us where the standard is set, and I'm hoping to break that barrier where we can come together as a community of women and set these intentions and look for further growth with each other. What our goal is with Phenomenal Women is to create a community of women that come together to provide the network resources that we need so we can provide each other with the resources and the support that we need, because again, that's also something that lacks amongst women is support. And we're here to provide empowerment and uplift one each other, because at the end of the day, you know, we're not just somebody's mother, we're not somebody's wife, we're not someone's daughter, we're actually a woman and we have our own individual needs that we need to fulfill and satisfy. I recently had an event with Brujas of Brooklyn and it was extremely empowering and uplifting. They are able to make women feel completely rejuvenated and they feel brand new when they leave our event, and that's actually the goal of Phenomenal Women. Today is our first Phenomenal Women wellness event, and I have the honor of having Miguelina and Griselda here facilitating their Red Tent yoga event.
Hi, my name is Griselda. Hi, I'm Miguelina, and we are Brujas of Brooklyn. Brujas of Brooklyn are a set of identical twins, Afro-Latina, Afro-Dominicana, who are dedicated to enhancing women's sense of themselves. As respective PhDs and college professors, what we do is we bring the social science background that we have, the academic side that we have, and we merge it with the spiritual upbringing that we had as children growing up in a Dominican household. So I know when people hear the word bruja, first, if you don't speak Spanish, you're like, what is that? And it translates into witch. And then when you get it, you're like, a witch? So our platform is also dedicated to dispelling a lot of the myths and a lot of the negative stereotypes that have been developed against people that are considered witches. And traditionally, the people throughout history across the world that have been considered witches were very powerful women that had a level of magic that was very difficult to control. One of the ways that you control women is by controlling our reproductive system, controlling our menstrual cycle. So today what we're hosting along with Phenomenal Women at Parker Cafe is what's called a Red Tent. And a Red Tent was held by Native American women, indigenous women on this landmass in the United States. And it was a time to come together while you had your menstrual cycle. Menstruation has been a taboo topic. But what we found based on our ancestors' ceremonies with their blood and with the time of the month is that when a woman taps into the power that's generated during the time of her period and across the whole 28 to 30-day cycle of her menstruation, she can tap into a level of power that will give her physical health, mental stability, and that will really help her tap into a source of power to help her live a very empowered and a very vigorous life. So today what we're doing is holding a ceremony. We have this beautiful altar set up for the women. We're gonna come together, we're gonna meditate, we're gonna do yoga, you are worthy. Just because. We're gonna twerk, because believe it or not, twerking, gyrating, moving your hips is a way to release stagnant energy. As women, we hold stagnant energy, trauma, abuse, grief, we hold it in our womb. So Brujas of Brooklyn, we hold womb-centered events, and today is one of them. So we're gonna twerk, meditate, and leave the women with just little tools that they can use to facilitate in their everyday lives to make their existence a little less stressful in this sometimes seemingly stressful world that we're in. We help women activate and also recognize what we call Yoni power. And Yoni is a Sanskrit word, very ancient language that means sacred space, vagina, and we use the word as a tool that we create to then expose women to that Yoni power that they can tap into to enhance their life, to maybe move on from a stagnant relationship, to maybe create the job of her dreams, to establish a reality for herself where she's living on purpose. So at the end of the day, when people leave Brujas of Brooklyn event, they've left feeling activated, they're Yoni empowered, and really feeling like they can take on the world with a very open heart and a lot of grace. Brujas of Brooklyn, what we're trying to do is encapsulate what Griselda just said, but break the mysticism from it. So we bring this like swag to these spiritual events. We bring our door knockers, our red earrings. We make it palatable, we make it digestible for women so that nobody feels intimidated or shunned out. Our hopes is that the work that we do is grounded in the Native American, again, principle of the 7 generations, that when you do healing work in your life, you heal 7 generations before you, and you're healing 7 generations that come after you. So that is our wish for those that come to our events and experience the power that we generate as a collective.
So thank you ladies for coming out today and being part of our first annual wellness event. I look forward to meeting many of you later on this evening and discussing how you felt with our event that we put together for you. Please stay tuned for many more exciting events that I will be putting together for the community. Again, I will be hosting an event for young girls also because they are very instrumental to the future. You are not alone. There's no reason for you to feel guilty for needing the things that you need in life. You cannot pour from an empty cup, ladies. And I'm here to provide those resources, whether it's through a network of women, whether it's through one of my phenomenal events, such as the one I had with Brujas of Brooklyn. But again, you are not alone, and I welcome you to join me on this phenomenal journey. I'm so excited, and I really look forward to meeting many of you. Bye. Take care.